law enforcement agencies in our area finding more violent offenders in the country illegally, or is the net meant to catch violent offenders finding other people who have tried for years to become a U.S. citizen?
That's the question we've asked since we broke the story of a Dalton college student now facing deportation after a mistaken traffic stop. Police in Dalton say an officer arrested Jimena R.S. Cristobal for driving without a license. The teenager spent time in an ICE detention center before returning home on bond. Police later dropped charges against her because dash cams showed the officer pulled over the wrong vehicle.
Last week, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security Secretary visited Nashville, saying the Trump administration remains committed to getting the quote-unquote worst criminals off the streets.
President Trump has been focused ever since he's been in office on making America safe again. And that is what my job is as the secretary, is to make sure that we're following through on exactly what he promised the American people, to make sure that we're going after the worst of the worst every single day, get the murderers, the rapists, the child pedophiles and pornographers off of our streets and out of this country, so that they can be brought to justice and face the consequences for their actions.
But records we've obtained from area sheriff's office show that that is not the kind of charges that the majority of people caught up in the immigration crackdown here at home are facing. Instead, most of them are charged with DUIs and traffic violations.
In a special report, News Channel 9's Mary Beth Mangrum shares a story of another family facing uncertainty following their mother's detention by ICE and digs into the numbers of those facing deportation here.
You're going to have to go to jail because you don't have a license.
Why no?
Odeli Marisol Bell Lopez came from Guatemala, but says she didn't expect to end up in handcuffs after this Dalton traffic stop in February.
And so we really had to start thinking, like, what's going to happen to my younger siblings and how are they going to continue to live their life without a mom? It is reality and we have to think about it.
Her husband was deported for domestic violence, opening the door for Marisol to stay through a U visa.
When you've been a victim of a crime in the United States and you've actually helped the prosecution to put the person into jail or to prosecute, if you've helped the prosecution, that is a residency that comes after 10 years.
Her daughters worry through all of her work to stay.
This international driver's license, I don't know where you paid for it, but it doesn't count.
That future is now in jeopardy.
She had called me and she was like, I thought they just arrested me.
It's these encounters on the streets that one immigration attorney says are bringing in more and more clients asking for help.
I think a lot of people have the idea that these are criminals that are being detained. Most of them are detained for no license.
So your tag shows no insurance, okay?
Yeah, it's not in my...
I know. The problem is you live in Georgia, but you have a Tennessee tag, so it doesn't show your insurance. You have to have a Georgia tag because you live in Georgia.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay.
Turns out Marisol did have insurance, but didn't change her tag to Georgia, which is required in 30 days. She also didn't have a license.
When she got the U visa, she was granted to get her driver's license. But when she went to the DMV, she went to the office, and maybe there was help, but she just didn't know how to access that help and resource.
We are seeing more people who are illegal being arrested on misdemeanor traffic charges.
Walker is one of several counties in our area participating in the 287G program with ICE. Now more people are facing the reality of an immigration hold.
We are not out looking for illegal immigrants on the streets of Walker County. The only time that we are involved with the 287G program is once that person is booked into our jail, then we fingerprint them.
But this is an example of his fingerprint stuff, just his fingerprints that it just biometrically takes them in the system.
Since the beginning of the year, the Walker County Sheriff's Office has seen an intake of 92 undocumented offenders, with only one person facing violent charges. 40 of those people received an ICE hold.
But you don't need to be driving until you get your license.
It was in Whitfield County that Marisol's booking process began, but it's happening in other counties too.
So he's an illegal alien?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to hook him for his driving stuff. I can't take him to jail for being an illegal alien.
This dash cam video shows one of the 117 arrests in Hamilton County from January to May of undocumented people for nonviolent crimes.
I knew it! I knew it! Oh my gosh, Mom!
After spending 3 weeks in the Stewart Federal Detention Center, Marisol left on bond.
When I even got to see her in person, like, it's just like my heart dropped and I just started crying. Pero mi corazón estaba destrozado de ver tanta gente allí.
Even as grateful as she was to be free, she also was heartbroken because she was thinking about people that were still left behind.
In Dalton, Mary Beth Mangrum, News Channel 9.
And we looked at the Department of Homeland Security records and found which counties in our area are in the 287G program. You can see on this map, multiple sheriff's offices are working with ICE under this agreement. Some have a jail enforcement agreement in red, while other counties have a warrant service agreement in blue. Catoosa County has both. And according to ICE records, Murray County's jail enforcement application remains pending.